Before we dive into today's episode, we want to provide a quick discretion notice. Spirits with Crime is a podcast that explores true crime and paranormal stories, often delving into unsettling and sometimes disturbing subject matter. The content we discuss may not be suitable for all audiences, and listener discretion is advised.
While we strive to present these stories with respect and sensitivity, we understand that they may evoke strong emotions or discomfort. We encourage you to care for your well-being and pause or skip any segments that you find distressing.
Many of the topics we discuss are based on real-life events, and we make every effort to provide accurate information. However, due to the nature of the subjects, details may vary or be subject to differing interpretations. We encourage further research and exploration for a comprehensive understanding of the stories we present.
Lastly, our themed cocktails are meant to enhance the overall experience and provide a unique connection to the episode's topic. We remind you to drink responsibly and be aware of your own limits. Never drink and drive. Enjoy the episode.
Hello, spooky people.
Hello.
Welcome back to Spirits of Crime, a boozy podcast where we talk about the paranormal and true crime stories. And if you don't know, now you know.
Well, we got 2 in 1 today.
2 in 1. That's what we're doing for October. We're both going to be doing stories. So I'm excited because that means the episodes are longer. We both have stuff to tell each other, so I think it's a little more exciting.
I always got stuff to tell.
That's true.
But, like, this time it's like you're covering the paranormal, I'm covering the true crime. So it's like, yeah.
I think it's a good balance.
I think so, too.
If you're new here, I'm Danielle.
I'm Carley.
And we share stories with you every Saturday, wherever you listen to podcasts. We're also on YouTube, so be sure to check us out there. And subscribe, because I'm sure some of you are not subscribed yet.
Yeah, but on YouTube you get to see our, like, beautiful hot faces that we just, like, put on for you. Like, we didn't put this on for us. Like,
I don't
we're doing
look like
this
this
for
every
you.
day.
I don't either, but, I mean, we're doing this for you because hot people get publicity.
Unfortunately.
The only reason ugly people get publicity is because of how ugly they are.
Well, maybe we just need to be uglier then.
I refuse.
Alright, well, this is week 2 of October. Do you have your costumes ready yet? I don't. Do you?
Yes.
Oh. I don't know what Chad and I are going to do.
You don't even know where you're gonna be?
No. You think we have time for that? You know how much I have to do?
I don't have time either, but I figured that out like 2 months ago.
I don't have time.
I am Peach, Rafa is Mario, and Xena is Luigi.
Oh. Okay.
What?
Huh? Xena's Luigi?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's so funny?
Nothing, I just don't see her as Luigi. She should have been Waluigi.
That would have been amazing. But
Redo your costumes.
no.
Alright, well, Chad and I wanted to do Beast Boy and Raven. We wanted to do that
What's
last
that?
year. It's the Teen Titans.
Um.
We wanted to do that last year, but we didn't have time to do it last year either.
Well,
So I
order
guess
your
it's
shit
just-
now.
It's just gonna be a next year. Next year.
Order your
costume.
shit now. You can go on Shein and create such an easy one. That's what I did. My outfit is 100% from Shein.
Maybe we'll figure something out.
You gotta help you if you need it.
Maybe. Yeah, please do.
I will. I'll help you. Yes. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Because I'm the expert Shein shopper.
That's true. You are.
Yeah. Except when I ordered those tiny cups.
I don't know. Maybe that was just a pleasant. What is it? A happy little accident.
A pleasant surprise.
Happy? No, what Bob Ross says. A happy little accident.
Bob Ross?
Yeah.
I love him. Do you think he's a murderer?
Yeah. I do.
Really?
Yes. There's something in those eyes. He knows something he shouldn't know.
You and Chad should both be Bob Ross.
Perhaps. I won't even need a wig.
Just
go all
just go natural. Perfect.
Wonderful.
You could do it.
Now that we've figured out our costumes. Let us know what your costumes
Or
are.
you could be Bob Ross and he could be the painting. You could just put like a big square
Wonderful.
over his face.
Such a work of art, that
like,
man.
Like the Mona Lisa, you just put his face and then it's like the Mona Lisa.
Wonderful.
I know Bob Ross didn't
I
make
would.
the Mona Lisa, but like, you know.
Who knows?
I
Maybe
think
he did.
I think he could paint it.
I think so too.
Yeah, so make Chad like a giant, you know, just put his face in there and he has to walk around with a big like thing.
Will do.
And then you could just be Bob Ross. And you don't even have to try that hard. All you gotta do is let your hair natural and then wear some weird shit.
Oh god.
And have a paintbrush.
That reminds me of Euphoria. Have you seen it, Euphoria? Dude, you should watch it.
I can't.
That's your jam.
That's my jam. I don't like young people like that.
No, you don't like young people being superheroes.
Yeah, I hate that.
This is the opposite.
I can't see Stranger Things, dude. That shit.
No.
You didn't like it either?
Mm,
Thank God, because everyone, whenever I
this is the
say that,
opposite.
everybody's like, you don't like Stranger Things? I'm like, no, I don't believe in
didn't buy it.
children. I don't believe in children saving the world. I'm sorry. I don't fucking believe in that.
That's fair. No one saves the world in Euphoria. It's just a big dramatic drama.
I know Zendaya's on drugs.
Yeah, so is everyone else.
Oh.
Pretty much.
You know, my mom told me the other day, she's like, I have the biggest girl crush on Zendaya.
Oh.
I was like, Mom, I've never heard her talk about a woman like that. I was like, Mother.
Everyone's a little gay.
I'm not gonna lie, I agree.
It's true.
At least, yeah, no, everyone. I was gonna say like at least every woman, but no, every guy too.
I believe it.
They're all a little bit gay. Everybody's a little bit gay. Like, how can you not be though? Like, you love someone, you know? Like, what are you supposed to do? Just be like, oh, that's homo. Nope. But also the thing is, if you do that, then you're probably the homo.
True. 100% confirmed.
I'm talking a lot right now.
Your concern hasn't worn off, huh?
No, I took it at 5 p.m.
When is it supposed to wear off?
12 hours.
Oh, well, we're almost there. It's 3 a.m.
Not yet.
Kind of. Well, anyway, last week we got a little baddie and we talked about vampires.
We got a little baddie. Love that.
We soft launched mocktails with the cocktail of the week last week as well. And if you have a good idea or if you want us to highlight a recipe that you love, make sure to reach out to us. Please email spiritswithcrime@gmail.com or leave a comment on Instagram or YouTube.
Yeah,
TikTok.
just DM us because I won't see the email. But if
I will.
Okay, perfect.
I will.
If you do it on TikTok, then you can hear from me specifically.
That's true. Yeah. I am an Instagram girly.
I be on that TikTok all the time.
I know. I see you're online all the time.
I know, it's because
On hours.
I
on
know.
TikTok.
It's because first of all, I forget sometimes. So I'm
Mm.
scrolling through and I'm like, this is not my For You page. This is way too normal. And then
Accurate.
at the same time, I forget where I was going with that. And then I had this really weird thing where if we don't, on our last video, we have to have an odd amount of views. And also now I've realized that we have to have an odd amount of likes at the same time.
Ew. Why?
I don't know.
I am the opposite. I like it to be even.
I think it's like a weird thing. But I will refresh the app. Like refresh until there's odd numbers on both.
It's like an OCD thing.
I don't have OCD.
Are you sure?
I don't know, I got a lot of problems.
Let me just sit here and diagnose you.
I could be one of them.
With 10 million things every episode.
Well, I mean, I believe it.
I'm serious though.
Well, I don't like shut doors or like I'm not like a clean freak.
Yeah, but you can't exit the app until it's odd.
Yeah, but I also like on
And
the
you
sidewalk.
refresh. It's like a repetitive thing.
On the sidewalk, if my feet are between one, that's like if I make a step that's less that's not an odd number, if it's not 3, 5, or 7,
Does this
that's a
inconvenience you, or do you enjoy
all the
it?
time. No, it fucking
well, then
sucks.
It's OCD.
It fucking sucks because I'm sitting there and I'm like, stop paying attention to the floor, stop paying attention to the floor. I can't do it.
Okay, well, that is a mental disorder.
Girl, are you surprised?
No, I'm not.
I got quite a few.
I'm not surprised.
You don't feel that way? When you walk on the sidewalk, you don't need to have a certain...
No.
And I don't know what the consequence would be. It has to be that way.
If there is a consequence, it's a mental disorder.
There is no consequence. I don't know what it is.
That's the point.
Also, I'm not scared of dying, but I have anxiety. Why?
Well, a lot of people have that.
Yeah, but I'm not scared of dying.
That's not a qualifier for anxiety.
But if I wasn't scared of dying, figuratively, why would I have anxiety about things? Why would I be scared of these things if I wasn't scared? What's the worst that can happen? You die. You know?
I guess that's true.
Well, no, that's not how you see it.
No,
How do you see it?
I don't know.
You don't think of the worst possible situation in everything you do?
No. Not all the time.
I got problems.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What a revelation.
Holy shit.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
While we're on the subject of connecting beyond the podcast, please consider supporting our show by donating. We don't really ever bring this up or mention it in anything really. I always add it in our show notes, but we never discuss it. But I think it's worth noting that the show is really nothing without all of you guys. So I think if you are able to and you really enjoy the show, then if you would like to contribute, that would be a great opportunity to let us know that you like what we're doing, and it also gives us the opportunity to make the show better for you, visually and audibly, because we're struggling with that.
Do your part. We do ours.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Give me $1. We fixed our light situation. Come on.
One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
That was our biggest thing.
No, the biggest thing is definitely the microphones.
That's true.
That's coming soon.
TBA.
Yeah. But I'll leave the link in the show notes and also in the YouTube description for you guys. If you would like to consider supporting us, it would really help us out a lot.
It's our GoFundMe.
Yeah, it is.
Go fund my podcast. We talk about death.
And Carley's mental disorders.
Yeah, and all my problems.
Pretty much.
Okay, donate $1 for my mental issues.
Honestly, donate $1 to me for dealing with her.
Honestly, fair enough, dude. just we need that because we both suffer. I suffer from mental instability, and she suffers from dealing with my mental instability.
Yep, absolutely.
It's true though.
But if you'd like to support us another way and also support a small business, we are affiliates now.
Oh yeah.
Yes, with Shaker and Spoon. I mentioned it real quick in the last episode, but I think it was worth noting a little bit more in this episode. Check them out. They're really cool. They just started a Kickstarter for their Better with Bitters box, and it's a really great service, and we thought that it would be perfect for any of our listeners, professional at-home bartenders, complete beginners. We have their putting on the spritz box, and we...
Not children.
No, not children.
Not everyone then.
No.
And I really advise, like...
Well, it doesn't include alcohol, so I guess children could, if they wanted to.
What about criminals?
Sure, but why would they have a box?
Maybe they smuggled it in
Well,
their butt.
I'm sure it would be great for them too. I don't know how they would fit that whole thing in their butt, but
They could try.
They could definitely try.
Maybe they have a really large gaping butthole.
Maybe. Who knows?
I'm sure a lot of them do.
I don't want to talk about criminals' buttholes. We have their putting on the spritz box.
Oh my god.
And what?
What did you just say?
Putting on the spritz box. We have their
Oh,
putting on
that's
the
what it's
spritz box.
called.
Yeah. What do you think I said?
I thought you were talking about the dictator, Daddy Vladdy.
Oh. Putin.
I was like, what the fuck does Putin have to... Well, I don't know, you
No.
pronounce some things weird,
But-
so I don't know if you were talking about that.
No.
But Daddy Vladdy did make gas $7 again, so...
No, we have their putting on the spritz.
We got Vladimir
Box.
Putin on the spritz. Daddy Vladdy on the spritz, yo.
We opened it. We tried to capture it on camera. I'm not sure how well that looks, but
It didn't go very well, if I'm gonna be real here.
we'll be making some cocktails for you guys soon to show really what that box is worth. It might be separate from an episode, if we're being honest. I think it's just a cool box to just do on its own. So
It's a cool box to unbox.
It is. It was the packaging, lovely. It was beautiful.
No, it was so cute.
Astonishing.
Like, it was so like aesthetically pleasing. Like you
was.
open it and you're like, oh my god, this all goes.
I felt
it looks amazing.
like royalty.
Yeah.
opening that box.
It looks amazing. And then you're like going through because they put a lot of shit in there, like a lot of those curly things. And so then you go in and you're like, oh fuck, well that's all we got. Nope. Then you dig more in. There's
It's
more.
like pulling rabbits out of hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
more.
Mary Poppins out her purse, dude.
Yeah, it's really great.
She probably got children in that purse, huh?
Maybe.
I think she
There
does.
was like a whole world in there, wasn't there?
I don't remember. I haven't seen
Me
Mary
neither.
Poppins in a long time. I know she pulled her umbrella out of there though.
Oh yeah.
If you could fit an
That's
umbrella in there, you could definitely fit a child in
That's
there.
enough. But Shaker and Spoon's a subscription service that provides you with everything but the alcohol.
Wait, why would Mary Poppins put children in her purse?
I don't know her life. She was a little sus with those children.
She
I'm not gonna lie.
was a weirdo. She is a weirdo.
Maybe she did have children in there. Who knows? That's for another episode. That's for our conspiracies.
Oh yes.
So they give you everything you need to make incredible drinks, syrups, mixers, garnishes, but no alcohol. That you have to buy that separately. But immaculate. It was an immaculate box that we opened.
It was beautiful.
I'm so excited to use it for you guys. I'll leave that link in our show notes and the video description as well if you're interested. Click that link, search the boxes. I think it's $60 for each box.
It comes with
per month?
so much, and
There's
it's
a
the
lot.
most beautiful box. Like
You-
they did
you
such a
make-
good job.
Yeah, they put enough in there for you to make 3 different cocktails. You can make 12
And
drinks total.
And they give you like little recipe books for it.
Yeah, it's
like,
so nice.
It is literally like you order it. All you gotta do is get the alcohol, and you're done.
Easy peasy. So I think it would be incredible. Even if you're into mocktails, the ingredients that they include upscale.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. So I think either way, it would be a good experience for you guys. And their Kickstarter for their bitters, Better with Bitters, is doing so well already. I think they met their mark already, and it's been
Wow.
like 4 days.
Check them
It's
out,
been
dude.
open.
Check them out.
So check them out. And then talking about cocktails, we
Oh yeah.
are talking about another classic Halloween baddie this week. Talking about witches. Twitches.
Twitches. I loved that movie.
Me too.
And Twitches too. Dude, I loved that movie. I don't know why, but the one scene that sticks
It's
with
just
me
great.
is when she gets stuck in the wall.
Oh.
You know when she goes through the wall and she's like stuck
Yeah.
halfway? I don't know why, but
Why that one?
I don't know. And also the pool scene.
Oh.
Wasn't there like
I,
a car in the pool?
What?
Yeah! They came back and I don't know about a car. I don't know.
I don't
Okay, I
remember.
don't remember either, but we should watch it soon.
okay. It is time for that.
Yes.
We have our cocktail and our mocktail this time for you guys as well.
And it's Friday the 14th. Yesterday.
Friday
Okay.
the 13th? Saturday the 14th.
Saturday the 14th.
when this
Yesterday,
episode comes out.
we got tattoos. And you don't get to see them yet.
because it hasn't happened yet.
No, don't say that. You don't get to see them yet because they're a secret.
That's exclusive content.
Yeah. It's on my butt.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because I didn't know if I was gonna go with boobs or butt.
Oh, okay. We'll have the recipes for you out already for the cocktail and mocktail, so check out the socials for that. And well, we don't have a special like witch themed brand of alcohol like we were doing previously. We did want to mention the cocktail and the mocktail in general because I feel like it's really easy for us to skip over it.
We usually do.
Yeah, because we do our little, like, we enjoy making it and taking the pictures and
It's so fun.
doing the videos for you guys, and then by the time we get to recording, we kind of, like, forget that we've done it. So
we forget that that's the whole point.
Yeah, and I feel like we get so excited about sharing the episode topic with you guys
Yes.
that we just, like, don't.
Well, because it takes so long to set everything up, and then by the time we sit down, we're like, I don't care about what we just did. I just want to talk about it.
And that's on ADHD, baby.
Yeah. Well, I took my medication today.
Yeah, you did.
I sure fucking did.
I had 2 cups of coffee, so I'm ready to go.
Woo! You said you were falling asleep.
I am cracked out. I feel cracked out, but I'm tired. I'm so tired. Do you guys feel that way when you drink coffee late at night, like at 5 p.m.? I'm talking, like, I had coffee at like 4. And I'm so exhausted from the week, but I am also, like, shaking. So,
I can't drink coffee.
I normally don't, and that's why I think I feel this way. But
I can't do it. It doesn't
It's
do
been a
anything for me except for make me shit my pants. That's all it makes me do.
that's fair. I
Just
did not
pop
go
my-
through that phase today.
Pop my Concerta, bruh.
Fair enough. I don't have Concerta, so
Well,
I
I
had coffee.
popped it at fucking like 5:30 today, so
Well, here we are. We
we're in
haven't
for a
even
treat.
started.
Oh my god, we really haven't.
Um,
Well, we wanted banter, so here we are.
yeah. But, I mean, I still have more before I have
Oh,
like,
perfect.
a long time before we get there.
Oh, sick.
So, we
Do we have another SD card?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, both of them are clear.
Okay.
So for these cocktail, mocktail, these drinks are extra special because we made our own syrups for these drinks.
You
And-
made the syrup.
Well, yeah, I did.
I made the failure of cookies.
I think they look alright. You guys will see. I
Well,
think
they
look fine.
they look like straight up doo doo.
They tasted good. That's
No,
not
they
bad.
were dry.
That's still good. Listen, I
I'm not a baker.
don't mind a dry cookie.
I do.
It tastes good.
I mind a dry cookie.
It wasn't
But
bad.
we also had it sitting there for like 2 hours.
Warming it up. When I tasted it after we warmed it up, it
It was
tasted like
still
a brownie.
dry.
It tastes like brownie.
But I think that if we had just done it, like,
You know what
if
we
we
should
just
do?
had one right from the beginning, then I think it
we
would
should
have been
soak some we should soak it with something. More on that later.
like tequila.
No.
Oh. What were you thinking?
No.
Like milk? Is that what you were
Like the
thinking?
vanilla vodka.
Oh, all right. Now I get
Tequila,
it.
but
Oh, I love tequila.
anyway,
Tequila's good with everything. Girl,
cookie.
I'm a tequila kind of bitch.
Well, maybe
I-
not the cookies, but maybe something else.
I was a vodka bitch, but I realized vodka makes me a little bit angry. So I switched to Dirty Shirley's because that's my favorite fucking drink in the whole world. I switched to making it with tequila. And I'm not angry anymore.
Are you sure about that?
No, I got a lot of anger in here. But it's not because of the vodka.
All right.
It's because of my anger
Can you say
issues.
so? Can you say so?
I'm pretty sure I have anger issues too.
Yeah. Probably.
You think so?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
Well, you also have never seen me angry.
You never see me angry. Do you think I have any issues?
That's the thing. No. But if we saw each other angry, we might change our...
Well, I did have
We
to
don't
go
get
to
angry.
anger management class.
Well, that's different. We don't get angry at each other, which I appreciate. Because I think if you yelled at me, I would probably cry, never come here again, and want to die.
crying, throwing up, and shitting? Yeah.
All of it. I would die.
You don't want me to yell at you.
No.
Because I'm mean.
Don't ever yell at me.
I'm not mean.
You don't want me to yell at you either.
Maybe I do. Just kidding. Oh, I don't.
That'll get ugly. I'll get real ugly.
I'll cry, probably.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Sensitive little bean.
That's what
Anyway.
I'm saying. See, I would sit there and I'd be like, fuck you, bitch! But then I'd go in the room and I'd be like, Daddy yelled at me. But on the outside I'd be like, well, fuck you, you're stupid! But then I would go in the room and I would cry.
Oh, I'd cry in front of you.
Oh. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. My pride is just too much. But I would definitely cry.
Too old to hide my tears. They
Yeah.
just come out.
No, you're just a Capricorn.
That's true. Surrounded with cancers.
Girl, I'm a Sag. We don't show that shit.
That's fair. Well,
We fuck shit up. That's what we do.
so do we.
And then cry about it later. No, but you guys aren't scared about crying, you know? We're terrified of crying.
I'm not scared anymore, but
No, I'm terrified. I won't cry. But I did cry. Okay. I got my period. And I was thinking about... Never mind. Let's keep going because I'm going to cry again.
okay. Alright.
Hurry up.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but when I think of a mocktail, I still want it to be elegant and exciting. I was talking to Carley about this earlier. It's so pretty.
Elegant and exciting.
It's beautiful. I was talking to Carley earlier, and we were trying to figure out a good mocktail for today's episode. And we were like knocking ideas back and forth. She was giving me ideas, I was giving her ideas. And I kind of realized a lot of mocktails out there are like kind of designed for children.
You're so right.
Which is unfortunate.
Like the Gatorade, the apple juice.
Yes.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah, and so I wanted to make sure that we made it a little more mature and elegant and pretty.
Is that why you added the green shit?
The time? Yeah. It looks nice, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't smell very nice.
Well, I don't know what to say about that. The time.
Yeah.
It's an herb.
Yeah, it tastes like earth.
Well, you're not supposed to eat it. It's for garnish.
But I can taste it when I'm smelling it while I'm drinking.
We'll take it out. Some people like
But now
that.
it's gonna make... Ew. People like to drink dirt?
Some people like to smell like all the
Dirt.
smells.
Earth.
Yeah.
They like to smell earth while they drink
Earth,
their
yeah.
alcohol?
Earth, yeah.
It's not alcohol.
And that being said, this mocktail does include apple juice. The most mature ingredient. Having fun over there?
Dude. Oh, I hate the smell. I literally feel like when I sniffed that, I grabbed a giant handful of dirt and just put my face in it. That's how I feel when I smell that.
Okay.
That's also how I feel when I drink, like, absinthe drinks.
Oh, well.
I feel like I just ate...
Absinthe is very...
Yeah, I feel like I just ate the earth.
That's fair.
It's not good. I don't... Earth don't taste good.
No, it doesn't.
No.
But anyway, that being said, one of the syrups that I made was made with apple juice. So I turned it into a syrup instead of just pouring straight apple juice.
Oh, you did that on your own?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it brings some sweetness, but it's still similar to our cocktail flavor with the apple brandy.
That was good.
It was.
Tasted like a watermelon Jolly Rancher, I will tell you that.
Tastes really good.
No, like legit, you're drinking a...
Bless you.
Okay. Like legit, you're drinking like a melted watermelon Jolly Rancher when you drink that. It is so good.
Very good.
It's just really sweet though.
It was very sweet. And I do want to explain our thought process with like the cocktail too, because we did a little back and forth with that when we were brainstorming as well. with the apple situation.
And like the purple, we wanted to do
Yeah,
that.
we didn't know really what we wanted it to look like. We didn't know what we wanted it to taste like. I'm sure you all have noticed a lot of the drinks that we make are similar with like we use the same ingredients a lot, and I really wanted to change that and make it more exciting, you know.
So we used the apple brandy.
Yeah, so we got some apple brandy.
For poison apples.
Yes. Yeah.
Is good?
Yeah. It reminded me, we saw that recipe and I was like, oh, just like the evil queen from Snow White. And I was like, that's perfect because she's a witch. And
Her sister was a witch.
her sister was a witch, bro.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
So sometimes it doesn't line up so perfectly. So like I said, but it doesn't always line up so perfectly. So if you guys have recipes you want to share with us, instead of true crime or paranormal stories, please send them. Send us a recipe you're dying to share with somebody. We're like...
Send us your grandma's recipe.
Yeah, we're like a book club, but with cocktails.
Yeah. Like an alcoholic book club. It's even better.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Would you rather go to a book club or an alcoholic book club?
I don't think I have to say that on air. Exactly. But I am super fascinated with... Why did I say it like that?
I am super fascinated.
I'm super fascinated with...
Super fascinated now?
With mixology.
Okay, wait. Say it correctly.
I'm super fascinated
Okay,
with mixology.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't
twice?
know.
You said I'm super fascinated, and then you said I'm super fascinated.
It just came out.
I feel like that sometimes.
So please share. And even if you don't have like a specific recipe, give us a combo you think might be good. Give us a combo you might think be nasty. I don't know. You know there's this girl on TikTok that tries shots that are supposed to taste like different things. Like the birthday cake shot.
Like the jelly beans, where you eat them and you don't know what they are, and one of them is like fart, and one of them is like...
No, this one is like...
Oh, is it good?
It's supposed to be good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, this one that I saw her do consistently because she couldn't figure out a way to make it taste like they wanted her to make it was like a steak shot, and it's supposed to taste like a steak.
Ew!
Or like a cheeseburger shot. There's also the birthday cake shot, which is actually very good. It tastes like chocolate cake.
Birthday cake shot, I can get behind. Cheeseburger shot, absolutely the fuck not.
Send them to us. Make her try them.
Girl, I'm good with that fucking Cardi B whipped cream. I already suffered today.
That was pretty gnarly, I'm not gonna lie.
Cardi B, I love you with all my heart. You're fucking hilarious. But...
Definitely a mixer, not a...
Yeah.
It was a rough one.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
It was a rough one. Okay, well, now that all of that is over with...
Without further ado...
Without further ado...
A-D-O-O-D-O-O.
Let's get started. Do you want to start or shall I?
Well, you talk about... You should start.
Okay.
Because mine is like... Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to talk about the origins of witches or anything like that this time around. I'm actually going to get into a very, like, specific type of story.
But that's what I did.
That's fine. Yours is true crime, right?
Yeah.
Mine is, like, paranormal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So...
I feel like everybody knows what a witch is, so...
Yeah.
A bruja.
And I mean, we can get into origins, like, another time if we need to, but I was
That's
doing...
also boring.
Sometimes, yeah.
I did the fucking pirate shit.
That's true.
That was boring. I'm like, dude, I feel like I'm in a history class.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of history in mine, too, but it's not... I tried not to go too much into it. But, my story is about the Pollock House. Have you heard about... Did you come across that in your research at all?
Pollock?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds very familiar.
Okay.
Could be someone I went to high school with.
Oh.
Could be this.
Well, okay.
Don't know. Sounds familiar, so we'll see.
Alrighty. Well, we're going to start mine off with the Salem witch trials very briefly. I feel like it's worth being said. The Salem witch trials happened between like 1692 and 1693, and they happened in colonial Massachusetts. More than 200 people were accused, 30 were found guilty, and 19 were executed by hanging.
Make a wish.
Okay.
They were executed by hanging.
19 were executed by hanging.
Only 19?
Yeah.
Out of the whole Salem witch trial? Only 19?
Mm-hmm. 19 were executed by hanging.
I thought it was way more.
And apparently some dogs as well. 2
The
dogs.
dogs were brujas?
I guess.
That's
They were,
fucked
I guess
up.
they associated them as like familiars.
That's fucked up.
It's pretty fucked up.
I don't like that.
The Salem witch trials were caused by a combo of church politics, family feuds, and hysterical children.
I watched Family Feud the other day with Snoop Dogg.
Were there witches in there? Was he a witch? He could be.
No, but he was very funny.
That's fair.
It was with his family.
Oh.
It was a
That's
great
interesting.
episode. Then I watched the one with Vanderpump. That one was great.
Of course.
It was so good.
Okay, so this brings us to the Maxwells. They owned the Pollock House. And they had a significant impact on the local area that the house was in, like their mansion. Townspeople in that town attended events.
Townspeople in that town?
That specific town. Attended events in Pollock Shaw's Birch Hall. They attended Sir John Maxwell School before it was closed. They walked through Pollock Park, etc. There was like, that family had a lot to do with that specific area. The oldest proprietors in Renfrewshire.
What?
Don't ask me
Let me see.
how to pronounce that. Renfrewshire.
Looks like Renfrewshire to me.
So they were the
Wow.
oldest proprietors in
That is a
Renfrewshire.
mouthful.
Yeah, it is. It is quite a mouthful.
Renfrewshire.
They owned land in the area supposedly since the 1200s.
I feel like that's like in Harry Potter. You're like Renfrewshire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, it is like across the sea over there, so that makes sense. This
Yeah,
area.
but that's a place. It's a place, not a spell.
Well, maybe it is a spell.
Renfrewshire.
We were talking about witches.
What about warlocks?
No, just the witches.
Fuck men.
So during their time at Pollock, the Maxwells built 3 castles and the Georgian mansion where our story today takes place. So they had quite a lot of property. And their family tree was quite convoluted. There are a lot of heirs named John Maxwell. There's a lot of John Maxwells. When Sir George Maxwell took over,
So we're moving on from John. We're going to George. All right.
when Sir George Maxwell took over,
Sir George. My
Sir
bad.
George, there was the ruler in charge of like the estate. His name was Sir James. He was pissed because Sir George took over instead of his brother, Sir John.
George, James, and John are fighting over fucking custody of like the crown.
Yeah, it's not a crown. It's like an estate, but yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah. So in 1647, Sir James broke into the castle of Pollock with several other people that were like ready to get violent, and they like fucked shit up.
Well, Sir James.
Yeah, they had muskets, they had swords,
Holy shit.
they had pistols, and they vowed to kill anyone who tried to flee or resist, including Sir George's pregnant wife. They meant business. They set fires, they placed armed sentries at gates and passages. It was like a whole thing.
Wow.
But after all of this passed, nobody,
Well, it just passed?
nobody quote unquote produced any letters against him at the court.
How did it just pass?
So they let him go.
What the fuck you mean it just passed?
No one complained, so they let him go.
No one died or anything?
Nope.
Huh. Well, they fucking failed then.
Yeah, he was let off.
Well,
on all charges.
No, the guy who was trying to kill other people failed.
Yeah.
Everyone failed in that situation.
Pretty much.
It was a lose-lose, dude. That sounds like a shit show.
Yeah. And guess what? Sir James was later attacked by Sir George's acquaintance.
Who was
For
he?
revenge.
Sir Jack.
Perhaps. Could have been. And he was held prisoner in Paisley for 11 days.
Okay.
The acquaintance was denounced a rebel after failing to appear in court. And Sir James unsuccessfully tried to take Sir George's estate again after that.
Bruh. 2 times?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yikes. Sorry, dude. That's pretty pathetic.
So the estate was Sir George's to keep.
If I'm gonna be honest here, I don't know the difference between Sir James and Sir George.
That's
and
fine.
Sir, what's the other one? Sir
John.
Sir John. I don't know.
The
they
main
all-
character is Sir George. So he got to keep his estate. And he was also very religious. His father and his grandfather were Presbyterian ministers. Stop cheating. So he was really religious. He would often he would hold illegal services led by fugitive ministers in his castles. So,
Which Sir?
Sir George.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was fined for that 4,000 euros at the time, which was a lot of money.
4,000 euros now is a lot.
Yeah. So he was very
How
religious.
much do you
he had
think
a lot
that
of money.
was at that time?
I did not look it
I
up.
think it was worth like 20, 30,000?
I am not going to make that judgment call because I don't know.
I don't either. I'm just guessing. You
But-
won't even guess?
No. Because I feel like I look stupid enough in this podcast.
Okay, well, I guessed.
Well, you guys tell us in the comments how much it is. I would
What
like
year
to
was
know.
this?
Like the 1670s.
Dude, that's gotta be at least 30K.
Could be.
At least.
I have no idea. In 1677, though, 6 people ended up being found guilty of witchcraft and sentenced to death in Pollock. And our story starts with Janet Douglas. She was working on the manor estate of the Maxwell family for Sir George, and she arrived to the area in 1676. So a year before these people were accused of witchcraft.
Okay.
She was a mute servant, so she couldn't talk.
For what? Like no tongue or
No, she was just mute.
just for
Like,
funsies?
born that way.
Oh.
Could have been for funsies, because guess what?
It was for funsies. I called it.
The owner of the estate, Sir George Maxwell, happened to be known as a very avid witch hunter at the time. And he traveled across Scotland to act as a witness to many of the trials related to witchcraft at the time. Soon after Janet arrived, Sir George had an intense pain in his side and he grew ill. He got really sick.
Did he die?
Eventually.
Well, everybody does eventually.
During that time that he had started to get ill, Janet regained her speech and accused 5 people of witchcraft, blaming them for his illness.
But she could never.
Wouldn't you find that suspicious? They
She
didn't.
could never talk. All of a sudden she can, and Sir George is sick.
Yeah.
Alright, bitch.
Jill Kirkwood, a historian, says that Janet used wax puppets to accuse 3 other estate servants.
Oh my god.
So,
Wax puppets.
yes, she said if you find these puppets in these people's homes, it proves that they're causing this illness,
What
that
did
they're
they
witches.
look like?
They were just like little wax dolls. Like voodoo dolls, kind of, like you stick needles in.
Okay.
So she accused Bessie Weir, Margaret Jackson, and Marjorie Craig. Those were the 3...
Marjorie?
Marjorie. Those were the 3 estate servants, but then she also accused a local woman Janet Stewart, her son, and her 14-year-old daughter.
How old is her
Annabelle.
son?
I don't know.
Must be older than 14.
Older. Yeah. Janet Stewart was a midwife in town. So she had accused this midwife and, like, basically her whole family.
That's so fucked up. This mute bitch that magically... Oh my god,
Yes.
what a bitch.
Historians believe that Janet, the one that accused the others, knew the other Janet, the midwife. And so she framed them by placing the puppets in their house so for people to find.
That was all that it took?
Yeah, to accuse people of witchcraft. You remember how easy it was to throw women
I saw that movie.
away in...
What was that fucking movie? With Winona Ryder?
I have no idea what you're talking about. But you know how... You remember how I told you you could just call a woman hysterical and send her to a mental hospital? It was so easy back then. So there was... It's not proven that she did that, but there's obviously suspicion that she placed those dolls in their homes and blamed them. For what reason? Who knows?
For funsies.
I guess.
Sounds like a really fun activity.
I guess for her it was. So the town tortured those accused, and eventually some of them confessed because they were being tortured. And January 20 of 1667, after being tried, all of them were found guilty and condemned to death.
Oh my god, were they hung?
I don't know if they were hung specifically, but they were condemned to death. The only person who survived was the daughter, the 14-year-old daughter, Annabelle. She was sentenced to jail instead of death.
Is that any better? I think that might be worse.
Not really, because historians were like, well, she maybe barely could have survived jail. Like, it was a rough time for people, and who knows how long they kept her in there. But she did survive jail. And she was then sent to a convent where she had to be reformed to be released into the world. And there are records of her in Addington as well. And it suggests, those records, that she was tried as a witch a second time there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so she had a rough go of it.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. And imagine she was 14 at the
Oh
time.
my god.
At this point in time, she was
no
probably
idea what's
like
going
20.
on. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
still a young woman,
That
scared,
sucks.
alone, because her family's gone,
That's sad.
in a different town. Yeah. The witch finder, Janet Douglas, has no reliable records when it comes to her fate after all of this. Within a few months of the trials, Sir Maxwell George even was dead, and she was like long gone from history.
Huh.
So, in 1665, Sir George, he was removed from the charge of his estate for his religious beliefs because he was having all of these like illegal, goings on in his castles. But he had made an arrangement for his eldest son to take possession of the estate, and then like he left a little bit on the side for himself and his wife, But then he did end up passing away. Anyway, and people did think that Janet accused more people of witchcraft in her lifetime, while she was like disappeared, like no records of her, but people think she did accuse more people. And
I wouldn't put it past her.
yeah, I mean, she accused 6 people.
She accused
in that
a
town.
14-year-old.
Yeah, and she got away with it. So
Yeah.
who's to say?
You got issues, bitch.
Some think that she ended up in Edinburgh, and she ended up being banished from Edinburgh. But again, there's no record of that. And there are also rumors that she settled in Newcastle and married a minister. So who's to
Jesus
say what really
Christ.
happened? There is one really big myth, though, that she played a part in the Salem witch trials. But historians say that's probably not accurate, because it was 20 years later, the Salem witch trials, and it would be unlikely because the only woman that was accusing other people around Janet's age was named Sarah Bibble. So historians are like, I don't think she could have been around there because we don't hear anything about her.
Okay.
And so Janet's whole entire backstory and like where she ended up is just a mystery. Like no one knows what ended up happening to her. Wow. And that's the end of my story.
Damn, what a psycho.
Yeah, crazy, huh? Could you imagine, like, blaming people and then they die, like they're tortured and then they're killed?
I don't understand people's fucking thought processes. I would feel so goddamn guilty.
Right. And what was her, like, there's no reasoning for
no
this
motive,
at all.
just because she's a psychopath.
There's no motive. It's not like, oh, she pissed me off and
no,
like
she's
they had an
just a psychopath.
argument. There's no record of an argument.
It's so sad.
I know. And she had just shown up in that town too, like out of the blue, and started accusing the midwife,
Psycho,
and her family. Like, can you imagine if that woman was your midwife?
No.
And you're like, oh, she's a witch. Like,
her sister was
scandalous, right?
Bro.
And then like, you all torture her, and then she's gone.
That's awful.
Imagine.
That's fucking terrible.
It really is. What a horrible situation. So I couldn't imagine. I mean, in that time period, if you were back then, would you do that? Would you accuse people of being witches? I feel like you would.
Not a 14-year-old, but
Okay.
I would probably accuse men.
Okay. Interesting.
I definitely would accuse men.
Alright. That's fair.
But at the same time,
For any reason? Or?
if they just turn around and they're like, well, she's the witch, I'd be dead.
Well, that's probably true.
Yeah, but it's okay. At least I got to ruin a man's life.
Alright. What do you think would be your, like, go-to? Like,
For what?
like, would you pretend that you hear him, like, whispering to you? Like, you know, during the
No,
Salem
I'd
witch
say
trials, they're like...
No, I'd say, he wasn't in bed, so I went out to find him, and I saw him with a bunch of other naked men.
Oh, you'd go that route.
Fuck yeah, I would. Also, because being gay is unacceptable at that point, too. So,
That's true.
I'd bring all that in.
Well, fair enough.
We start with... Yeah, what would you do?
I don't know.
Who would you accuse?
I'd probably get really petty with it and just accuse people who annoy me.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But I
you
don't
are
know.
a bitch, you didn't say thank you? Fine. That's a witch.
But I don't know if I would go the Salem witch trials route where I would pretend like, oh, they're making me cold, like they're biting, like, you know.
I
what
don't think
they
I
were
would
doing?
do that either.
I think
no,
I
I
would
would
go-
for men.
I think I would go Janet's route and be like, yeah, if you just look in their house, they have a little doll, you know? That was pretty
Dangerous.
smart of her,
That
but
was very smart of her.
also quite
Hey,
fucking rude.
there's a lot of very smart, terrible people out there.
That is true.
Don't get me started. Moving on. Thank you, Jenny, for getting us started with the whole witchy woo-woo stuff.
You're welcome.
Now I'm going to take us into the true crime side,
Okay.
which is pretty brutal, so bear with me.
Alright.
And pretty recent.
Oh.
August 22nd, 2005.
Oh. Okay.
Joshua Bennett.
Bennett witch.
Bonnie! He was in ROTC, and he wanted to go to the military. He was supposed to be deployed to Iraq?
Iraq?
I feel like that's such a white people thing.
Iraq?
That's the way.
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I don't know. But his dad died, so he took a leave of absence. He went to reconnect with his mom, Jacqueline
Okay.
Bennett, in his hometown of Claremont, Illinois.
Oh. Okay.
His mom lived with her boyfriend, Lee Jackson.
Sounds like a villain name.
It does.
Is it is.
Joshua calls his girlfriend that night, and that's the last she ever hears from him. So.
Oh my god.
Now we're at August 23rd, 2005. It's the day after. But it's not actually a day after, it's only a few hours. Early morning, police get a 911 call from Josh's mom, Jacqueline. The officer who was dispatched was named Robert Blythe.
Okay. Very witchy names we got going on.
Yeah. He said when he got there, there was a pregnant woman screaming that someone had been stabbed and somebody had been shot by someone still in the house.
What?
Yeah. They found a man crawling on the floor, bloody as hell.
Wait, who called the police? Jacqueline did.
Jacqueline.
Was she pregnant?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Someone else was
They
pregnant.
found a pregnant woman. Yeah.
In that house?
I'll explain.
Okay.
So, they found a man crawling on the floor, bloody as hell. Joshua Bennett is on the kitchen floor, bleeding from multiple stab wounds, and a knife placed at his feet. Jacqueline was in the other room, bleeding from her neck where she was stabbed.
Oh my god.
His mother.
I thought she called the police.
She did. They showed up.
Bleeding out?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes. So Lee Jackson's son, his name is Jackie.
Okay.
Jackie Jackson. The stupidest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. But yeah, it's real.
Okay, wait a second.
What? That's all I gotta say about it.
Let me process that before you move on.
Jackie Jackson. I'm not kidding.
Her.
A dude.
Jacqueline's son.
No.
Whose son?
Lee Jackson's son.
Okay.
Her boyfriend.
Okay.
Jacqueline's boyfriend, Lee Jackson.
He just
has
loves Jackie so much he had to have two of them.
has a son named Jackie Jackson.
Alrighty.
So,
Okay.
Lee Jackson's son, Jackie, tells Blythe, the investigator, that he shot the intruder who had stabbed both Joshua and Jacqueline. The paramedics rushed to the scene, but Joshua died of a large stab wound to the chest before they could help him.
How was his mother?
We'll see. Jackie told the police he lived with Lee Jackson, his dad, who was at work at the time.
Okay.
Jacqueline Bennett and Jackie's pregnant 17-year-old girlfriend named
So many
Lindsay
things are happening.
Cassinger.
Okay.
Josh had come over for dinner that night. Around 3 a.m., Jackie
Wait,
heard...
the girlfriend that he was on the phone with?
No, that's Joshua's girlfriend.
I'm sorry, I need
Okay,
visuals.
okay, let me put this together here.
Okay.
So we got Joshua Bennett, right?
Okay.
The one that died.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The son.
Above that is Jacqueline Bennett, his
Right,
mother.
the mom.
His mother lives with Lee Jackson, her
Her
boyfriend. And Jackie Jackson,
The son.
Lee Jackson's son. And Jackie Jackson's 17-year-old pregnant
Girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Jackie's, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
17.
yeah. Joshua had come
Alright.
over for dinner.
Wait. I'm so sorry. How old was Jackie then? Also 17?
I don't know.
Well, I feel like that's important
Shoot,
information.
I didn't look that part up. Whatever.
I need to know how criminal we are here.
I don't know.
She's underage.
Anyways.
Look that up on your own time.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
Because you make me look my shit up on my own time,
I
so.
will.
Alright. Well, around 3 a.m., Jackie heard commotion and ran upstairs with a loaded shotgun. No idea how he just acquired
As
this
one
shotgun, but he reportedly saw two men in black clothing and ski masks stabbing Josh in the chest and stomach.
While he was over for dinner.
No, Josh was over for dinner.
Yeah. Oh,
Well-
who did he see getting stabbed?
He saw Josh getting stabbed. Yeah, so
Yeah.
while Josh was over for dinner.
Yeah,
Oh, I
okay.
thought you were saying while Jackie was over for dinner.
No.
No, Jackie lives there.
Yeah.
Jackie hit one of them with his rifle and shot the other one while wrestling over his gun. He panicked, dropped the gun, and fought the other dude, grabbing a knife and stabbing him in the right leg.
Suspicious.
The attacker left, and Lindsay went to a neighbor's house and called 911, the pregnant girl.
Okay.
The authorities sent out an APB for the stabbed attacker. At the hospital, they try to identify the other intruder, who is fighting for his life at the time. So the one that got shot. Right before this guy goes into a coma, they discover his name was David Lindner. He said the co-conspirator that he was with was Ricky. That was it. All he said was Ricky.
Okay.
Investigator asked David why this happened, and he told him that the lady put a hex on them, so they had to kill her.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Jacqueline is also in the hospital and tells the investigator her account of the tragic event. She said she woke up in the middle of the night and went to the kitchen where she saw the intruders. They attacked her, and her cries of pain woke up Josh. He came to her defense, saved his mom's life. Unfortunately, lost his own.
So she reportedly was attacked first.
She was attacked first, yes. She tells investigators she had never met David Lindner before and was just as confused when she heard that she was accused of putting a hex on them. Around 8 a.m., a hospital nearby calls the authorities and says that a man came in several hours earlier with a stab wound to his right leg. An investigator goes to that hospital immediately and finds the man limping out of the hospital. Literally on his way out. This was 38-year-old Oscar R. Eck. The R stood for Richard.
Oh.
He went by Ricky.
Wonderful.
They asked about his leg, and he says it happened when he was installing drywall.
Okay. All right.
His two other friends joined in the conversation when they came to pick up Eck. Irenia Kottner, 34 years old, and Jenny Wolf, 20 years old.
Okay.
They go to pick up this dude from the hospital. Irenia seemed very nervous, and she was shaking a lot when she was questioned.
Listen, 38, 34
34.
is too old to be doing this.
To be hanging out with a 20-year-old, too?
Yeah. Don't do that kind of shit with your friends, okay?
That's gross.
Too old.
Yes. They both denied knowing anything about the attack and were released from custody. The investigators went to Oscar Eck's home to interview his roommate, Misty Gangloff.
What? Okay.
She was 22.
Okay.
She also claimed to know nothing about the attack. However, while investigators are in the home, they see a book on witchcraft, and they immediately become suspicious, and they think that this probably had something to do with it.
Yeah, because he had already mentioned she put a hex.
So they brought Misty in for questioning, and she said that Oscar Eck worked with Irenia and Jenny at Walmart.
Oh, that explains it.
She said both women were fascinated by witchcraft, and Irenia considered herself the leader of their coven. So apparently they were like a coven. Apparently, the coven would have candlelit ceremonies where they talked about getting rid of the hexes that were put on them. Misty told police that
they're witches, and they're blaming another witch
they're witches
for putting a hex on them.
I have no idea, but
that's what it sounds like.
Probably. No, I think that they think that Lindsay, the pregnant bitch, put a hex on them.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they have their own coven.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Misty told police that a few months earlier, Irina told them that Lindsay had put a hex on them all. The only way to get rid of it was to kill the pregnant teenager and her unborn child.
Oh my god.
Before dating Lindsay, Jackie had a 4-year relationship with Irina.
Bad news bearers.
Oh, yeah. Then they interview Eck, who said Irina convinced him of Lindsay's hex. He admitted to being involved in the murder plot and that he had recruited David Lindner. David believed himself to be a warlock. Now
That
we
checks
have
out.
Now we have the full story. So this is actually what
really
happened. Yeah. So on the night of August 22nd, just a few hours before the incident, Irina gathered the coven together for a seance. This included Oscar, David, and Jenny Wolfe. Oscar Eck, David Lindner, Jenny Wolfe. Told them that the flicker of her ceremonial candles meant it was time to murder Lindsay.
All right.
The candles had Lindsay's name inscribed. She said she wasn't going to go with them on the mission, but she was sending demons to protect them.
Suspicious activity.
Yep. And she said that Lindsay had to be murdered before her candles went out.
All right.
Yep.
So basically, like a cult leader, like.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. The attack. So, Jenny Wolfe waited in the car while Oscar Eck and David Lindner went through the unlocked kitchen window and saw Jacqueline.
Lock your windows.
For real. Apparently, they stabbed Jacqueline because they thought it was Lindsay because it was so dark in there.
Oh my god.
Josh came to the rescue and was killed. Then Jackie came to help, where he stabbed Oscar and shot Lindner.
Can you imagine being mistaken for somebody else and they
Being
murder you?
mistaken for pregnant?
That too. A 17-year-old pregnant?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That's a little
and
flattering,
bad.
but the
Good and bad.
yeah, all right, okay. So Wolf drove Oscar to the hospital, got rid of his bloody clothes. After all this happened, Irenia Cotner, Jenny Wolfe, Oscar Esk, and Misty Gangloff were arrested and charged with first-degree murder and home invasion. Unfortunately, David Lindner died of his injuries before any justice could be served.
Oh, I was like, what unfortunately?
He died March 2006 at the age of 30. He succumbed to his injuries. He deserved it, but
Well,
yeah.
that's what happens when you go into somebody's house and try to murder them.
Yeah. And actually murder someone that you weren't trying to.
Yeah, actually.
Now we have the trial. The jury took 2.5 hours to find Irenia guilty on all charges.
2.5 hours? Are you kidding me? What the fuck can I get away with?
Dude, her attorney's opening statement was that Irenia and Jenny did not like Lindsay, and that Jenny tried to set Lindsay's house on fire in May.
That was her defense's opening statement?
Yes. Yes.
And they deliberate 2 hours?
Yeah, 2.5. And Irenia was really not happy with this outcome. So
That she got let go?
No, that she was guilty on all charges. The fuck, bitch?
Oh, I was like, what do you mean? Okay.
No, she made a comment to the court before she was handcuffed. Don't know what that comment was, but
Oh,
No,
now I need to know.
well, just wait.
Okay.
They revoked her bail, and
That's
then
fair.
while being led away in the handcuffs, she yelled, "Kiss my ass" at the judge.
Well, that's.
They
not
gave
fair, but-
they gave her 57 years. She's eligible for parole in 2063, where she's gonna be 93 years old.
Oh my god.
Serves you right, bitch. Jesus.
That's true.
She, so now we have Misty Gangloff. She pled guilty to conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and was sentenced to 7 years.
Because she took a deal, probably.
She did not admit to killing Joshua. Oh, she did. She took a plea deal. Yeah. She believed the hex because she would get migraines around Irenia and Jenny. She denied being really involved with witchcraft, but admitted to having books on it just in case she needed to do a research paper on it.
Oh, okay.
She also admitted to having a doll she would pin multiple times a week to relieve pressure.
Okay, that's like looking up how to get away with murder.
Yes.
And then
Yes!
being like, oh, that's just for my research
Yeah.
paper
Just in case.
for anatomy. What?
No, for real. She said she never believed anybody was serious about killing Lindsay.
Okay.
Now we have Oscar Eck's testimony, which was considered the most graphic one of all of them.
Oh.
He said he only knew Irenia for 6 to 9 months when
And you were willing to commit murder?
when she had convinced him to kill Lindsay to get rid of the hex. He was messing with witchcraft for a year to 18 months and became so interested because of Harry Potter and vampires.
And vampires?
Yes.
Listen, I need to know what kind of witchcraft Irenia was doing to have someone literally willing to go to prison and probably get the death penalty.
This is what I mean.
After knowing her for 6 to 9 months.
This is what I mean by a horrific person that's a genius. That's what I mean. Genius, but terrible.
What does she look like?
Harry Potter and vampires. He wanted to learn spells to make people like him and to make money.
Well, that's kind of sad.
Really sad. He says he first heard of the hex when he went to Irenia's house, where they tried to perform a spell to cure Misty of depression. But the spell backfired.
She became more depressed?
No idea what that meant. They never described it.
Okay.
It just backfired. I don't know.
They hexed themselves, is what you're saying.
Maybe.
Then they blamed on Lindsay.
Oh, maybe. He talks about the seance and said that he was made to believe that his family and friends would die if he didn't kill Lindsay and his unborn
So
child.
this is like the Slender Man situation.
I mean, yeah.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
He
know.
drank the Kool-Aid, bro.
Yeah, I don't know his situation, but if he was one of those people that's just really like
knowing someone
vulnerable.
for 6 to 9 months and then this girl saying, oh, your family and friends are gonna die, you're gonna sit there and be like, yeah, I gotta kill this pregnant bitch.
Issue, I don't know.
Oh god, no. I got lots and I would not.
I had Munchausen's by proxy.
Anyways, the day before the murder, Eck met with Irenia and they talked about using a gun to kill Lindsay and then a knife.
Okay.
Then
Why
he
do you
said,
need a gun and then a knife?
no idea.
Why wouldn't it be the other way around?
I have no idea.
Okay.
To make sure she's dead? I don't fucking know. I guess it would make sense the other way, but I don't know. No idea. I think it was probably part of some weird witch shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, do you know what that made me think?
What?
O.J. Simpson, where he goes behind that girl and he goes. Have you seen that video?
Yes, actually.
Anyways, he said that they would have to go to a remote location and open a gate to hell, so Lindsay and her baby's soul would go to hell. Her baby, her unborn child.
As hell.
Yeah. After Oscar left the house, he went to Irenia's and took his bloody clothes off, left the house where he killed Josh. He went to Irenia's and took his bloody clothes off while Irenia called Jenny Wolfe, and they all set up an alibi.
What was their alibi? Because it doesn't sound like they gave anybody an alibi.
Just that they didn't know, I guess.
It's a
dumb alibi.
Yeah.
Well, clearly
They all had to meet to think of that.
Clearly they were dumb people, bro. Then they drove to East Fort Lake to perform a ritual, but there were police there, so they went somewhere else.
Okay.
And then eventually they took Oscar to the hospital. Oscar testified without benefit of a plea, unlike Misty.
That's rude.
He pled guilty to 1 count of first-degree murder and was sentenced to 20 years.
Okay, that's not as bad as 57, but
Misty got 7.
that's ridiculous. Not that he deserves it, but
he didn't get a plea deal at all.
that's a rude. Well, he was the one that did it.
He was the one that did it, but at the same time, it's like,
Obviously, there was
holy
something
shit.
going on there, you know.
for sure. Then we have Jenny Wolfe. She was found guilty of first-degree murder, conspiracy, and home invasion, sentenced to 32 years.
Okay.
That's
so
all
she
I
didn't
got.
get a plea deal either then.
Well, Jenny Wolfe, I'm pretty sure, didn't
Was she
admit
even
it.
there?
I don't think. Well, she went to pick up Oscar and then took him to the
Oh.
hospital and hid the bloody clothes.
Okay.
So, I think what happened was,
Yeah, give me your theories.
what happened was,
What happened?
what I think is that Irenia was a jealous ex. I think she wanted to kill Jackie's girlfriend just because she wanted to, because they were dating for 4 years before. Then he moves on to this girl, gets her pregnant, and she's 17, and she's 34. So
Something snapped.
I think she was like, well, fuck that bitch. Come here, guys. They put a hex on you, or, yeah, this bitch put a hex on you. You need to kill her. And they were stupid, and they were just like, okay. And then I think Jenny Wolfe just went along with it because she was 20 and she felt like she was cool being friends with a 34-year-old that knew witchcraft. That's what I think. That's my opinion.
I think that's a pretty valid theory.
Because if I'm going to be honest here, taking away the ages, if my friend that I'd known for a long time told me that her ex's girlfriend like did some weird shit, not a hex, but like did something weird, like more believable, then I would be like, yeah, let's kill that bitch, you know? I wouldn't go through with it, but I would say that. I'd be like, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna tell on you if you hire a hitman, but like, I'm not gonna do it.
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah. What is your theory?
Well, it sounds like what you think happened probably happened. I don't know if she was necessarily jealous of Lindsay. It seems like she probably would be.
Or like a vengeance, something.
I think something happened, and for whatever reason, she snapped, and she was like, "This is what needs to happen. Like, she needs to be out of his life completely."
Along with her job.
Yeah. So, I think something along those lines happened, and she just snapped, and she's like, "Here's the plan, guys."
Yeah.
And she made it sound so believable because she was the leader of their like coven or whatever.
And she's like this, like, witchcraft veteran, you know? They're 20s. They're in their 20s.
Yeah.
They're not sitting here being like, oh yeah, well, I'm the master. No, they're gonna believe this 34-year-old girl. Because
I think it came down to, well, she sounds confident. She sounds like she knows what she's talking about, so it must be true, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then she probably also like finagled some other stuff that was
well,
like,
she
see?
clearly did because
Where she was like, see, it is a hex.
migraines.
She did that, yeah.
Migraines that Misty was having, and then the fact that she was saying that Oscar's family and friends were gonna die if he didn't do it.
Yeah, 100%. She definitely manipulated them all.
She took advantage of people that. Hold on, let me phrase this right. She took advantage of people that didn't know better.
Yeah.
I was gonna say stupid people. But took advantage of people that didn't know better.
I agree.
And that wanted to be a part of that so bad that they were just like, alright, fine.
Yeah, because that's a powerful thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.